Rules as specified by the NABF.
No 3 knockdown rule tonight, no standing 8 count. A fighter can only be saved by the bell in the final round. Only the referee can stop it. Under 3 rounds, a technical draw. If there's an accidental foul, over 3 rounds, you go to the scorecards. Whoever's ahead wins.
Well, all the preliminary business has been done. What's left to do is have a boxing match. Let's go up to Jake Gutierrez for that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Top Rank Incorporated, along with Arizona Charlie's, Budweiser, and ESPN are proud to present the featured bout of the evening. The 3 judges scoring at ringside are Kevin McCarl from Helena, Montana, Bill Graham, Las Vegas, and Al Siciliano from Las Vegas. And your referee in charge is Mr. Richard Steele. And now, from Arizona Charlie's here in exciting Las Vegas, Nevada, this is the main event scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing for the NABF Super Bantamweight Championship. Introducing first the challenger, fighting out of the red corner. He weighed in at 122 pounds. He wears the black with red trim trunks. He is from Phoenix, Arizona. His professional record stands at 13 wins, 3 defeats, 2 draws with 2 knockouts. Introducing the Rude Boy, Rudy Bradley. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. He also weighed in at 122 pounds. He wears the white with blue trunks from Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico. His record an outstanding, unblemished, 20 wins, no losses, 16 wins by knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, the NABF Super Bantamweight Champion, Erik Terrible Morales. Here's referee Richard Steele with instructions.
Okay, your pants is up high. I'll give you guys instruction in the dressing room. I'm cautioning again, obey my commands at all times. Any questions? Shake hands, good luck.
There's Rudy Bradley, the 28-year-old. He came in here with that 13-3-2 record. He is not a puncher, he is a boxer. This guy's a puncher. He's got 16 KOs. Erik Morales, the NABF Super Bantamweight champ. He could be just a fight away from a shot at the WBC title holder Daniel Zaragoza. But, hold the phone, Rudy Bradley has seen this before. He fought Ricardo Vargas, who is all set to take on Johnny Tapia in a rematch for Tapia's super flyweight title. And he beat Vargas over 10 rounds. Vargas never got the shot again after Vargas had given Tapia a very tough fight and ended up with a technical draw.
Guys like Bradley have very little power compared to Morales. They've got slickness, able to frustrate opponents, able to use the angles, and try to get you out of your rhythm. They'll try to get Morales to speed up, hurry, lunge, and Morales will have to be cautious at times and very powerful at times on the inside.
Now, we mentioned Rudy Bradley stepping up. He normally fights at 117. He has fought as low as 115 in his life. And, of course, tonight, fighting against in the 122-pound division. He will box. He'll use all of this ring against Morales.
And though he's coming up, he will not fancy himself as a slugger. He will stay within the style that's got him here. There's a pretty good counter shot there. And Morales is not able so far to keep his left foot outside the right foot of Bradley, and so he's been following Bradley around thus far.
Here's the hook by Morales. Oh, right hand by Morales getting in the inside.
One thing about Morales, he can seemingly do nothing for a couple of rounds and then land one punch and do a lot of good for himself.
Minute left to go here in round 1. It is scheduled for 12. The NABF Super Bantamweight Championship, which is held by Erik Morales, who just switches to southpaw.
Fighters do that a lot, sometimes to take a fighter out of the southpaw stance himself, but you're not going to get Bradley out of the southpaw style.
Never.
And Morales concedes the point and goes back to righty.
Getting Rudy Bradley to go to the right would be like getting Pat Buchanan to go to the left. Not going to happen. Wouldn't be prudent.
No matter what primary you're at.
Under a half minute left to go here in round one.
Go, Holy.
2 seconds remaining here in round one. And it has been a tentative round one, which Bradley trying to find out what he can do. And Morales, a tackle, good hook by Morales. So Erik Morales shows Rudy Bradley why he is the NABF champ. Well, George Washington has had a pretty good week in college hoops, knocking off UMass, but then that's nothing new for them, is it? They do that on a regular basis. They'll take on Xavier tomorrow night at 9:30 p.m., 6:30 p.m. Pacific. George Washington with some very definite tournament hopes. And you can watch that here on ESPN2 as we head toward March Madness. And Erik Morales, the Mexican champion, Mexican fighter. Here's Rudy Bradley.
He's just going to stop by the buggy. Then he's going to switch back. Angle's a little bit shorter, popping. Now time up and don't get lazy, right? Ready, Rudy? Watch that right, it's lazy, see it?
We begin round two. Rudy Bradley comes out to take on Erik Morales. Bradley with only 5 days notice to take this fight. Eddie Croft was supposed to fight Morales, but he fell out of this bout.
It always seems it's the fighters like Bradley with his style who can take the fights on the shorter notice and not be too much disturbed. They're boxers anyway. They stay in pretty good shape. And you can see he's got some pretty good motor skills. And very tight round there as Morales had to rally to get his numbers.
I think probably Morales landing the harder punches of that group, but still Bradley getting his shots in. Rudy Bradley, a pesky boxer. He came in here with a nice win over Mauro Diaz for the IBC championship in the 117-pound division. Please don't make me explain all these alphabets. I just report them. I don't explain them. Ricardo Vargas, another good win, the one of December 1 that I mentioned, knocked Vargas out of a world title shot. Is the step up, do you think, at this weight a big one in terms of power?
Well, for Bradley, I think it's substantial enough. I mean, 4 pounds. In his case, though, he's not a puncher in any division, so it's not like he's going to lose personality and become one thing in one division and one thing in another. He's a boxer all the way. He's got to use the whole ring if he's going to win.
Will he feel Morales' power, though, more as a...
He certainly will. He'll feel a lot more coming at him. Not only because it's 4 pounds up, but because it's Morales, a guy with an 80% knockout ratio.
That would have an impact. We're in round two, halfway through the round. Rudy Bradley, the crafty, I love that phrase, crafty southpaw in the red, and Erik Morales, the 19-year-old phenom from P.1 Mexico in the white trunks. This is a dangerous fight for Erik Morales. Make no mistake about it. Just as it was for Vargas, as I mentioned, when he fought Bradley on the verge of a title shot. You don't want to see a guy like this just before you're ready for a title shot.
These are the guys that can undress you in there. Basically, make you lose your patience, lose a good part of your skills, make you lunch. Now, Morales hasn't fallen into that trap thus far. He's landed some pretty good right hands in this round. He's getting a little bit closer, and he set up an opening for himself there, making Bradley lead.
And you know what's interesting about Morales? He's not just your basic power puncher. He throws lots of combinations. He's just a boxer puncher, and yet he has lots of knockouts because he does have power.
He really goes downstairs very well. Now, he has made Bradley in this round get into a rumbling mode.
A shot to the body there by Erik Morales. So it looks like we're going to settle in for some rounds in this one. So go get a snack. Come on back. We have round three.